magnetize the potential so that we manifest effortlessly. And I long ago learned to say, I am meditating. And at that, before you could even get out, I am meditating, my brain drops down into theta, alpha or theta, slows down in meditation. And we can all do that, and it facilitates our peace. And above all, it facilitates our brilliance so that we can come up with the ideas. You know, that's what intelligence is. It's the solution. What's a new way to do it? What's a new solution? What's a new idea? That only comes when, for that flicker, you are not focusing, I'm trying. Usually it comes out of the corner of the eye, literally from the retinal cells that belong to the third eye. Speed of light. Speed of light. And so we want to develop those capacities. So pretty soon you will see someone will take a shot of me driving in a car going, I am meditating. We don't have to think of a loved one or clear people from the astral with anything more than the instantaneous focus of our consciousness, the awareness. This is for you. And we're pulling it in from the cosmos and radiating out like that. So thank you.
Thank you.
What else? What else?
When you think of someone on that level, I mean, where in their being do they feel it? Or how do they respond to that?
They do, and it's lovely that in our Nijonian Light Institute work, we have noticed for many, many years that there is often a verifiable result. You could be talking to someone and sending them color, and suddenly they will change the tone of their voice. Someone who's been angry will suddenly say, what's the matter with me? Please, let's change this. Or people will call you an hour later and say, you know, I just thought about you, I just felt you. Well, that's because you were sending them light. There are many different levels of that can verify for you that they do. Remember that when you send light, you're sending it to their light body. So you're sending it to their spiritual core. And what we know about the physiological body is that we have a reticular activating system of the brain. We take things in on one level and we kind of store it, and then usually it floats up into our consciousness while we're dreaming. So that's why we have dreams about people, or when we're in some way distracted, then suddenly we think about someone. But the more conscious we are, the more it's just in that way. And so yes, they do receive it, because you don't ever send them something they haven't asked for. So look what you're doing there. Look at the message, the spiritual message that all the great books have said, ask and ye shall receive. That's just a way of saying, choose it. Stand forward for this, and you will manifest it. The problem is that we have had the idea that if we say, please give it to me, please give it to me, God will come down and say, oh, okay, you've been so good, I'll do it. You know, it really doesn't work that way. And so we have to shed those levels of our consciousness and recognize that it is because we can experience its potential or its reality that it comes. And so when we are saying, what color do you need from me, as we did in our blessing a little while ago, and you're sending that color, the person has asked for it. Therefore, they've already completed that circle. Ask and you shall receive. And so you are affecting their consciousness. What would happen if we did that every day with everyone we knew? What would happen is that humans would begin to use 12, 14, 16% of their conscious brain. Because it would create grooves of fast frequency at the speed of light information. And that's where we're going right now. My son was talking about how they're beginning to be able to make machines that can copy the brain so that you can think, pick up the spoon, and the spoon is levitated or whatever because you thought it. Well, you know, so we do it with machines just to show ourselves, but we could just go, you know. And so when you send light to someone, you are facilitating them answering their own needs. And remember that each color is a whole conversation. It's a spiritual, emotional, mental, physical conversation of potential. It's the essence. And so it's received simultaneously, and that reception of it simultaneously changes, alters the kind of brains humans will have in the future.
It's on the way over, Bob was saying to me, what were you saying about miracles when I told you about my friend Gayan and how she's completely healed of cancer now?
Yes. Yes.
That for me it was a miracle, and we sent her light.
Yes.
When we were in Mexico. Boom.
Yes, we did.
And she received it.
Yes.
It helped. There's no doubt about it.
No doubt about it. That's one of the things that people have done for many hundreds of years. Simply sat in groups. That's how I first learned about meditation, through Edgar Cayce, and sent color to, well, we didn't send color in those days, that came from my ears, but we sent healing energy, you know, thoughts of healing energy to people. And so when you send color that they choose, they are then coming to a place of being the source and the power of that choice. And that's why it's so, so effective to send light. What color do you need from me? Here, have it. As soon as they have told you what color, through your own consciousness, that they want, they have given permission to miraculously heal, which doesn't take time.
Thank you.
Yes.
Well, what I really like about what you're saying is that oftentimes we have people thinking about, oh, in the future when there's, you know, evolved human beings, they can bilocate, they can communicate telepathically, is that we don't really think about what are the steps that will take us there.
Yes.
And what you're describing are the steps that
Yes.
allow us to grow our brains in a particular direction, instead of thinking, oh, well, it's just suddenly we're thinking like this, and suddenly there's these evolved beings.
Yes.
But that the brain, as we do the exercises in consciousness, that it's growing in a directed way. We're growing it towards light versus growing it towards, you know, having physical things to manifest what we want.
Yes.
Telephone, I mean, that's useful as well. But that there's a purpose to growing our brain through light.
Yes.
And I really like that, what you're describing.
And what's so beautiful about that, exactly what you're saying, that directing, choosing, we are choosing a reality.
Exactly.
And in that choosing of a reality, we change the potential future for all humans. And that's what I was making the joke about, waiting for someone to give it to you. You know, at some point humans must grow up as a species and say, I have permission, I've been given by the divine source the power to manifest, and I will use it, because humans have been given the mandate to use these kinds of gifts, to bilocate, not just for the fun of flying around, but because you can appear someplace and offer a gift to support something or to change something. And so all of these ways that we think about humans in the future could be humans in the present, simply because we direct energy towards it, we grow it. So thank you so much.